Alright, well I came out back. I was hoping that I would be able to drive the Nova around and get it up on the ramp so that I could do a little more on it. But look at the ground. There's just no chance. And it's gonna rain the next 4 days. If I even tried to bring that thing around, I'd sink a foot into the ground. And I'd have an awful mess. Then I hear all this clanging and banging over at my air conditioner unit, the condenser or whatever. And I got a little bird stuck in there. I got no idea how he got in there, but he's in there, so I got to get him out. Let's see what we can do. Alright, for all you safety gurus, yes I did. I pulled out the service disconnect for safety. Come on. Hopefully you guys saw that. He jumped out. I'm sure in his own little way he's grateful. Maybe not. Let me get this screwed back on. I'll bring you guys back in. Okay guys, I just wanted to take a second to ask you if you could subscribe to my channel. It would go a long way in supporting us. Plus you might be entertained and even learn something along the way. Alright, thanks. Let's get on to what we're doing right now. We're getting ready to put this hood back on the Nova. My son's coming over in about a half hour when he gets off work. I'm hoping that we have enough daylight to at least show you that we're gonna get it back on there. And then I wanna pull the trunk lid off. Like I just showed you guys a while ago when I got off of work, there's no chance of me getting the car back here. I was hoping I could do it today, I really was. I come home and I was sinking down into the ground. There's no way. My 200 pounds going into the ground, I can only imagine that car would sink down to the frame rails. So, I'm just putting these pieces of chrome, this 2 pieces of chrome back on the front of the car for now. But I wanted to show you something real quick. I forgot these bolts were in this solution of vinegar since we did that job over a week ago. Kim's like, are there even going to be bolts in there anymore? I don't know. Look at that. I don't even know. We'll get them out. Looks like all the rust is off of them, right? It's kind of, all the rust is off of them, but I'm going to have to rinse them off and neutralize them. I'll go in and get some soda ash, some baking soda really, and get that taken care of. But look at that. I'm going to have to clean my Leathermans off too, but we'll get those cleaned up. I got to have them ready before my son gets here. But let's go ahead and put this chrome back on the front of the hood for now, just so we don't lose anything. I'm just going to put all new nuts on right now. I have some of the old ones laying around here. There was only 4 with it. So, I mean, we already made an improvement, right? not including getting the rust off of it, right? But, you know, I don't even know if I'll end up using this piece of trim. It's a little beat up, but it's okay. I mean, it's got a couple dings in it. It might match the car. Just we'll see. If the car starts to look really nice, I'll look at getting her a new piece of trim. If not, we'll just stay with what we got. And I'm telling you guys, if the ground doesn't improve soon, where I can get the car back here, I'll just start it in the driveway. I'll just start working out there. I have a 110 plasma cutter to cut the floorboard out. I still have my little Lincoln 110 welder. I just have to get a heavy duty extension cord, designate a line for it, right? As you work. This one's not biting there, guys. The old trim nuts were kind of beat up, man. They were a little stripped. They weren't on the whole way. You guys saw how the emblem, the Chevrolet emblem that goes through the trim piece and the or excuse me, hood wasn't bolted in very well. It was just kind of hanging on by a thread when we took it off, so get that taken care of. Alright guys, you can see we just put the old trim piece back on so we don't lose anything. Used the new trim nuts. This Chevrolet emblem is now secured on there properly with 2 nuts. I may look into a new piece of trim, we'll see, I don't know. The hood is protected with the epoxy. Now I just wait for my son to get here and we'll get that handled, alright? I'm gonna go around and get set up so that all he has to do is come here and help me carry this around and get it bolted on. And I also want to get the bolts here, I want to get them neutralized real quick. I'll be back in a bit. In my hand.
Well, there's one for the blooper reel.
Yeah, there's one for the blooper reel.
There.
Hold on. Hold it right over top of the hood. Sorry about how dark it is, guys, and the fluttering, but not bad. Not bad for in the middle of the night darkness, right? Well, not middle of the night, but dark.
Just after dusk.
Yeah. My son wanted everybody to pay attention when he was holding the flashlight, how you hold it properly for your dad so you don't get cussed at in the dark. All right, so we're just gonna pop the trunk off real quick. Hang on.
All right,
Yep.
All right, so you want to start at the bottom?
Yeah, start on the bottom.
You got it.
You loosening?
Yeah, it's loose.
All right.
It's out. Almost out. And then you want me to do the top over here to like start?
Yeah,
pattern?
do the bottom. No, just do the bottom.
All right.
All right, now go ahead and take yours out and hold. Can you hold the whole side when you get yours out? Just hold it.
The top, right?
Yeah, but you're gonna have to hold the trunk while you're doing it.
That's
now.
fine.
Basically, just don't break my ass. If you can help it.
Yeah. I breaking stuff would be a good idea.
It would be. And then we could just, when you get that off, we'll set it up on the lid of the car, up on the hood, or up on the roof of the car. Set her on there for a minute. All right. Alrighty.
All right. One of the bolts go in there.
Yeah. Now we're just gonna have to count on the
Here. Where your bolts at?
right here. You put them in your pocket till we get around back.
You got it.
All right. So let me just bring the camera down here for a second, guys. We got all our stuff still in there. There's plenty of natural holes, you could say, that'll keep draining off. But we're gonna put the, grab my ratchet too, buddy, it's right there. We're just gonna throw the car cover back on it for now, and that's that. We're gonna work on the panel. We'll inspect the panel together when we get to the garage. All right, guys, we got the trunk lid back out in the garage. I got it upside down just for a second. We have to take the barrel lock out because we're going to strip this. Pretty sure I remember how to do this. I think all like late 60s, early mid 70s GM stuff, like if it's a Chevelle, a Nova, those kinds of things, they're all the same. I think you take this screw out right here, and then you got to kind of jiggle this around and pick it up, and it kind of comes out and it clips onto the barrel lock, and then you can pull the barrel lock, and I think this comes with it. So let's see. I think I remember how to do this. I did it once upon a time as a kid. So you take the sheet metal screw out first, and sometimes I seem to remember they can be a bit of a bugger, but we'll see if we can get it. So we got the screw out of there. I got a bigger screwdriver, and just kind of, I just got to kind of jiggle it around and pull up at the same time. Should come. It's starting to, yeah, it's starting to come up. And just kind of work it back and forth. You don't have to go crazy, but I just, yeah, it's starting to. There it goes. There it goes. That one was really, really tighter than I remember them being. That should, once that's through there, that barrel lock should come out. And it does. It does. I'll show you in just a second. Okay, so there you go. There's just like a spring that holds this like this, you know, that just goes like that. And this is the piece I was just telling you guys about. It goes down in there like that, and barrel lock hooks onto that, and it pulls it in tight. All right, and then you just got the sheet metal screw, which set screw, whatever, holding it. Now I'll show you real quick. It's like, well, how do you know how to put it back in? I'll show you the keyhole. You see, that's why the keyhole shaped like that. This will only go in the one way. All right, so that's how you take a barrel lock out of a late 60s, early to mid 70s GM. They're all the same. All right. So we learned something new, I hope, anyway, if you didn't know that. All right, now this side, it's like on the surface, the trunk looks decent. There's a little bit of surface rust, and a little deeper than surface rust along in here. The one thing I'm finding a little, not alarming, but you can see there's surface rust up in here. So I'm going to clean it the best I can, and maybe get some kind of encapsulator to spray up in there, so you can kind of see there's a little bit of surface rust in there. And like right there, see what I mean? None of this stuff was treated, so we're gonna treat it and see what we could do with it, all right? But overall, you know, these things, these old Novas, if you're familiar with them, they rot out real bad in here, and it's like you can see they're not treated. The skin will. So we got to do what we can. We'll do the best we can with it. We'll get some kind of encapsulator or something and just kind of spray in there the best we can. Well, that's pretty much all we're going to be able to do. So let me turn the trunk lid over, and we'll take a good look at it and see what we're going to do. All right, guys, we got it turned around. It isn't half bad. I mean, you can see we're starting to bubble out here. We're gonna have to get it stripped out down and see how bad it really is. But you got bubbling all along the edge. It's rust bubbling out right there, right there, you know, right there. It was just never properly treated. You could tell. I mean, somebody tried one time. You can see they made a homemade rally stripe and stuff like that. You can see where they tried to tape it off, and it's not perfect, but you know, they did what they did, and it was never properly treated. So we're gonna try. We're gonna strip this down. We're gonna make any rust repairs that we can. We're gonna try to obviously do what we can on the other side, fix that up, and see what we could do with it, you know? So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna wrap this video up. Just wanted to put a little quick information video out for you guys. I wanted to get something done on the Nova. You know, that's just it. You know, it's like try to do something every night. Everybody, you really, you know, you're not gonna light the world on fire every single time. We didn't get a ton done, but I got that big hood out of here and back on the car. It's treated. That's something. We got this back off. I'll get this stripped tomorrow, or at least I'm going to try to get it stripped if it doesn't rain. You know, and if it rains, we'll jump back on the 55 and we'll do a little bit of work on our roll cage bars. You know, or excuse me, our roll bar. You know, we're always going to try to do something, keep the videos moving forward. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I'm sure enjoying making it. All right. So until next time, take care, everybody.